you think? TakeOver, the title came from the NXT Universe.
They've been begging for something different, something of their own.
It is not about what we think about this. It's what the NXT Universe thinks. This is your show.
Listen to this, please.
The next wave of superstars is upon us. They know it, they feel it. They are moments away from setting the stage for career greatness.
We are taking over.
And it's not about money, it's not about fame, it's not about any of that.
You never know when the opportunity is going to come again. That's why you push as hard as you can when you have the chance.
It is about passion and their desire to be the best.
Show's called TakeOver, right?
History made.
This is a moment in time.
The atmosphere is absolutely nuclear.
The TakeOver is underway.
You guys are NXT. Thank you for always believing. Thank you for the support. And we'll see you next time.
It's an event like no other. And the best is yet to come. This is TakeOver 25.
Adam Cole was born to be the NXT champion.
Adam Cole gave me his best shot at TakeOver New York. I came back and I won. I can do it again.
Prince Pretty is home.
Tyler Breeze is looking to win the North American title.
Tyler Breeze. You just don't interest people anymore. The upgrade, the Velveteen Dream.
Io Shirai going to town on the horsewomen.
She's all out of weapons. You two got my best friend. She's all out of friends. Got TakeOver, and I still have all my backup. I'm going to kick your ass.
We will not stop until we run this place.
And Riddle looking to exact some revenge. Roderick Strong.
Good night, Riddle.
The TakeOver, the Undisputed Era, will be draped in gold.
Four-way ladder match for the NXT Tag Team titles.
I am going to take the NXT Championship.
You can never beat me on your own. And that is undisputed.
And now, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration presents NXT TakeOver 25.
5 years ago this week, NXT announced that it was taking over, and the black and gold brand did just that, becoming the gold standard in sports entertainment. Tonight, from WWE's home state, we celebrate. What a time to be alive as we get to witness TakeOver 25. Welcome to Webster Bank Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut for this milestone event. I'm Mauro Ranallo, he's Nigel McGuinness, and making her maiden voyage as a TakeOver commentator, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix. Welcome, Beth.
Thanks, Mauro. I like the Vikings reference you threw in there. You know, it is so important for me, and I'm humbled to be a part of NXT TakeOver 25. I can remember watching Natalya take on Charlotte Flair for the very first TakeOver. It's so meaningful, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Tonight, NXT champion Johnny Gargano participates in his record 14th TakeOver. Someone else is participating in this 14th TakeOver. You, Mr. McGuinness.
I am on the edge of my seat, and time again, the black and gold band have proved they are the true alternative in sports entertainment. Tonight, we do it again. One more time, we raise the bar.
And we begin the night with a shock to the system.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the race, representing the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong!
The Messiah of the Backbreaker, Roderick Strong, drawing the ire of the original bro, Matt Riddle.
That's right, after Fishers began to show in Adam Cole's Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong came back to the fold with a bloody Matt Riddle flip-flop as a peace offering, injuring Riddle's ribs in the attack.
And of course, the rest of the Undisputed Era busy tonight with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish looking to become the first ever three-time NXT Tag Team Champions in the Fatal 4-Way Ladder match. And of course, Adam Cole challenging Johnny Gargano in a rematch for the NXT Championship, our much anticipated main event.
And his opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 216 pounds, the original bro, Matt Riddle!
We just heard the dulcet tones of Alicia Taylor involved in her first TakeOver event tonight. And well, Matt Riddle, he's coming off a hard-fought loss when he challenged Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship, and he didn't have much time to really recover from that loss because he was immediately in the sights of the Undisputed Era.
Well, he kind of put himself there. I mean, let's remember what happened. Adam Cole was showing a little bit of frustration. 1 second here, during an interview, and it was Riddle who smirked at Adam Cole, and it all went from there. Basically, Riddle put himself in the Undisputed Era's business, and that's not a smart move.
And Beth, Matt Riddle indicating to Strong, you're so infatuated with my flip-flop, here's two. A compelling contest to kick off this momentous night. Matt Riddle against Roderick Strong. And our resident locksmith, Nigel McGuinness, with the keys to victory.
Well, it's a feeling out process as we see here, but with Roderick Strong, he only has one speed, full on. For Matt Riddle, usually likes to take things slowly.
Nice waist lock takedown.
You see here as both superstars grapple. Beth, you've got an amateur background. What can you tell by the way these superstars are handling themselves?
Well, you can see this nice scramble, really what we're looking for.
Oh, wait a second.
Whoa.
Looking prepped for the bro mission.
Both competitors looking for control, looking for hip control, for wrist control. If you can control the opponent's hips, you can place them where you want, and that means submissions.
Roderick Strong, no stranger to TakeOver events. Competed in his first TakeOver event at TakeOver San Antonio, January 2017.
A victory here tonight would be really important for Roderick Strong, as Undisputed Era is looking to make good on their claims of dripping gold here in 2019.
Such pressure has got to be on Roderick Strong, as you mentioned, Beth. Here, imagine a loss here is going to put all the pressure on the rest of the Undisputed Era.
Not to mention it could break that momentum.
Gut wrench suplex there by Matt Riddle.
The strength of Matt Riddle.
And again.
Well, here's the leverage, and watch the hips of Riddle, as you mentioned.
Completing the trifecta.
Where the hips go, the body goes.
Watch out now on the outside.
Oh!
Strong had that scouted. He knows Riddle loves that kick.
Counter by Riddle, and Strong and Riddle now exchanging strikes on the outside. Riddle with the advantage. Rolls Strong back into the ring. Strong comes out the other side. Riddle using the stairs to launch himself with a flying forearm smash.
Fantastic start for the original bro, as again Roderick Strong tries to escape. Look at the height and the impact with this. Wham! Right upside the jaw of Roderick Strong.
Strong kicking at Riddle, and Riddle again utilizing that ferocious forearm to wear down Strong. Now they're on the ring apron.
This is a dangerous spot in the ring, Mauro. The hardest part of the ring, nothing but steel underneath their feet.
Flurry of strikes. Ty Plum with the Muay Thai knee strike, and then Strong drives Riddle back first, and then the Messiah of the backbreaker, utilizing that aforementioned hardest part of the ring.
To your point there, Beth, look at this. Taking the advantage, making the advantage and driving the lower back into the apron there. As you said, Beth, no give whatsoever.
Strong acquitting himself well in multiple opportunities at the NXT Championship. Has fallen short up to this time, but now renewed vigor, looking to hand Matt Riddle another loss here at TakeOver 25. Hangs Riddle out to dry, and Riddle falls to the outside of the ring in a heap.
Once again, the unpredictability of the ring, those ropes, they'll send you flying. There's no guarantees you'll stay put.
Dropping forearm right across the bridge of the nose.
We anticipated a hard-hitting affair. Lateral press by Strong only gets a 2 count.
Now Strong setting the pace for this matchup.
Oh!
That's what I mentioned at the outset. Strong likes to keep the pedal to the metal and keep it going. Riddle now trying to slow things down. Doing that.
Another exchange of strikes. Riddle building momentum, getting the better of Strong. Strong ducks underneath that bunch, and then catches him and delivers another backbreaker on Matt Riddle. Covered by Strong. Riddle powers out.
More damage done to the previously...
The tenacity of Strong.
The previously injured back of Riddle, and now Strong's just unleashing his frustration.
Unleashing the fury of Hades, ground and pound on Riddle, who's trying to escape the wrath of Strong. Knee to the back.
Riddle's MMA experience is used to fighting on his back from underneath. And there's going to be a lot of that when you're in the ring with an opponent like Roderick Strong.
Riddle working his way back up to a vertical base, then eats a right hand from Strong and a well-placed knee into the midsection by the Undisputed Era member.
Hey, let's go. Get it back in here. Come on. Knock it out, buddy. One.
Strong looking to apply more damage to the side, the ribs, the back.
He is working on taxing the anatomy of Matt Riddle, draining him of his fuel reserves. As we have mentioned before, Roderick Strong with some of the best conditioning in NXT. This is the pace he likes, but Riddle launches an attack that's immediately snuffed out by Strong.
I asked Strong what his approach was in defeating Matt Riddle, and he said he wants to move forward, smother him with offense, push the pace, and just break him.
Strong uncorking a series of right hands on Riddle, goes for the cover, hooks a leg, and Riddle again beats the 3 count.
I would say against an opponent like Roderick Strong, that's maybe not the best strategy.
Strong with the front chancery on Matt Riddle. Riddle delivering a series of shots to the body, uncorks a right hand. There's a palm strike, another palm strike. Riddle finding his rhythm.
This catch rolls through.
Shoulders down. Strong escapes. Unorthodox pinning predicament. Kick by Strong. Olympic slam by Roderick Strong. And again, Riddle's back getting cracked. The spine realigned, and Strong almost secures the victory.
Each kick out more desperate for Matt Riddle as he struggles to stay afloat in this match.
Roderick Strong showing here what a valuable soldier he is in the Undisputed Era's army.
Strong, School of Hard Knocks, he's alumni, and while others were kung fu fighting, Strong was morphing into the messiah of the backbreaker. Canadian backbreaker right there. Oh, the reversal by Riddle.
There it is, trying for the blow mission, but no, Strong straight out the back door. Great awareness from Roderick Strong. Oh, he's got... Oh!
Ooh. High up on the neck and shoulders. What an impact on the back of Roderick Strong.
Can Riddle capitalize? We take another look. Look how quickly Riddle turns things around, but straight away, Riddle goes down. Riddle really starting to show signs of fatigue. Nice teep, followed by a side kick.
Oh, and a jumping forearm there by Riddle.
Ooh.
Get caught. Strong in the nip up there by Riddle, showing off his athleticism and his strength.
And his resilience, fighting through the pain.
And his high-octane offense, exploder suplex by Riddle.
Action is turning back and forth in this matchup, both superstars.
Nigel, you can see Riddle holding his back.
There's the Broton! Oh! Penalty kick by Riddle. Goes for the side press, hooks both legs. Strong able to power out. What a physically taxing battle to kick off TakeOver 25 as both superstars exhibiting the vestiges of battle.
There you go. As you mentioned, Beth, Riddle holding his lower back. There's damage that has been done there. If I was Matt Riddle, I'd try to end this match as soon as possible.
Absolutely,
Backdoor
Nigel.
escape by Strong.
That could be the difference maker. Riddle staying alive, but can he put Strong away?
Hat trick of kicks. Going for the Fantastic Four, make it 5. It is a flurry of kicks by Matt Riddle. Oh, and that one sends Strong crashing to his back.
Almost ran in the neck of Roderick Strong, right in there in the Adam's apple.
Oh, Strong avoided that kick. Able to pick up Riddle. Riddle able to fight off. Oh!
Knee again to the
Ripcord
midsection.
knee discus, punched into the fireman's carry.
Oh!
Go to sleep. Everett style German suplex, shoulders down for a 2 count. High amplitude German suplex with a bridge. Think about what Riddle has been through with his back still able to pull off a maneuver like that.
He pulled off the maneuver, absolutely, Mauro, but like I said, he's not able to put Roderick away.
What a match as we see some of the action here. All the way up. What a knee strike upside the jaw. Followed up immediately with a picture-perfect German suplex. Roderick Strong waking up at the last second. An incredible match, and we're just getting started.
Riddle even struggling to hold Strong in the air.
Riddle in the corner. Oh, and meets Roderick Strong with a kick to the jaw. Step up Enziguri by Strong, and that rattles Matt Riddle.
The intensity of this matchup has been unbelievable.
Oh, wow, both superstars in a perilous position all the way to the top. Superplex by Strong. Cover, hooks a leg. Oh, Riddle just by a hair able to power out.
But damage still done to the lower back and the midsection. Just imagine how this must feel. All that way, 10, 15 feet through the air and down into the mat.
All that impact on the lower back, the hips, the area that Strong has been systematically dismantling this entire match.
Oh, but Matt Riddle with a right hand. A right hand. Now they continue to exchange punches. Not as much steam as earlier because of the battle they've been in, and yet they continue to throw punches. Riddle into the ropes, Strong with the forearm. Oh, look at Riddle landing on his feet.
Strong. Oh, the back gave way, the back gave way.
Oh! Kick to the big step up Enziguri by Strong. Riddle still standing. Oh, jump up knee strike.
He might be out on his feet.
You heard the crack.
Oh!
Time and again. This is it.
Roderick Strong, sensational. Spiking Matt Riddle. This has to be it, Strong. No! Matt Riddle kicks out.
How did he stay in this?
An incredible start to TakeOver 25. The NXT Universe already in fuego. Strong maneuvering for the stronghold. Oh, booted off by Riddle, and Strong gets jumped out of the ring.
Awkward landing for Strong.
The Strong right back trying for a knee strike. Oh, he's got caught.
Roundhouse kick by Riddle. Ripcord. Be triggered by Riddle. Power bomb.
Brute strength.
Oh, the final flash. The final flash. Riddle with the 2.5. Matt Riddle with the final flash knee strike. Remember, he cashiered Cassius Ohno in just 6 seconds with that strike.
But Riddle was holding his lower back even as he was performing the pin. It's really bothering him at this point.
Nonetheless, quick to the top.
But
That's it.
first on
That's
the
it.
double knees. The back smash crashing into the knees of Strong.
Disaster for Matt Riddle.
Incredible knee strike by Strong.
It's over. It's over.
And powerbomb.
2 and 3. Come on.
Roderick Strong now really working on the back.
All the pressure being placed on the lower back of Riddle.
He has to tap. He has to tap.
Think about everything Matt's been through in this match.
Strong hold, but is it strong enough? No, he now gives it up. Matt Riddle able, now putting the knee into the middle of the back.
Right in the center of the ring.
What kind of a pain threshold does Matt Riddle possess?
Oh, no.
Heel strikes, up kicks. Matt Riddle, the former mixed martial art, avoids it.
Try for the knockout, elbows.
Can he get it?
Bromission! Roderick Strong trying to power out Roderick Strong!
No, the back! Matt Riddle doesn't have the core strength.
Doesn't
have the core strength to complete the Bromission.
And yet he's delivering those elbow strikes. Now blocked by Strong. What a pitched battle here between Strong and Riddle.
How does Strong still have the wherewithal after all these strikes to the face?
Oh, wow! He called it the Bro Jarrett! Matt Riddle picks up the win! Oh, my God, what a match!
Here is your winner, Matt Riddle!
What an incredible match!
It was brutal. It was beautiful. It was NXT.
And what a way to start off TakeOver 25. A standing ovation from the NXT Universe. Let's take a look at this incredible matchup between two of the best superstars on the brand. Here, Roderick Strong with a flurry of offense. One to the jaw, one from the opposite direction, and then a third one. Riddle out on his feet. Cloud9 facebuster. Somehow, the original Bro slipped out the back door. As the match would continue, great height, but is disaster for Matt Riddle, landing on the knees of Roderick Strong. But ultimately, Riddle would come back with elbow strike after elbow strike, and then picking Strong up, planting Strong in the center of the ring, and finally, one of the hardest fought victories in Matt Riddle's career.
An impressive bounce-back victory here at TakeOver 25, and you know Riddle has his sights set on the NXT North American title, and of course, the NXT Championship. Welcome to the Bro Show.
A WrestleMania equivalent pay-per-view live from Jeddah.
Is the NXT champion, Johnny Gargano. What must be going through his head here tonight? Can he repeat history and beat Cole again? Can he do it again tonight?
Two NXT superstars with championship pedigree, the WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels, and now Road Dogg. They are NXT superstars because they're giving back to the next generation, and they're a part of NXT history.
Talking of the next generation, with the Viking Raiders relinquishing the NXT Tag Team title 4 of the top teams in the division now vie for the chance to lead the tag division in an exciting fatal 4-way ladder match. Which team will climb the ladder to claim their place in history?
We have raided Monday Night Raw. Since we still have these, we're out here to relinquish them.
That leaves us without NXT Tag Team Champions. There are many deserving teams here in NXT. And they will compete for the NXT Tag Team Championships at NXT TakeOver in a ladder match.
He really wants to put us in a ladder match. Us.
We are the undisputed era. We take what's ours, always have, always will. History will repeat itself when we take those NXT Tag Team titles.
TakeOver really could be their magnum opus.
The only way to be remembered seems to be pain, suffering.
The Savages of NXT, Steve Cutler, Wesley Blake, the Forgotten Sons.
This is our battlefield, and you will never forget us.
How do you prepare for a team that's got nothing to lose and everything to gain?
Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch gunning for the NXT Tag Team titles.
This is our opportunity. Street Profits is for everybody. That's why we party. That's why we rejoice with the people. So if you don't love this, like we do, the match is already done.
This is the sight that you're gonna see. The Street Profits, the new NXT Tag Team Champions.
Four-way ladder match to determine the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Can you imagine the chaos we will see at NXT TakeOver? NXT Tag Team Championships literally hanging in the balance. What a way to make their NXT TakeOver debut!
The following contest is a ladder match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits.
The Curse of Greatness, Angelo Dawkins, an NXT original, scratching and clawing his way to his first takeover. Montez Ford, meanwhile, celebrated his 29th birthday yesterday. Can you think of a better gift than becoming the new NXT Tag Team Champions?
No, Angelo Dawkins told me we didn't come all this way for a participation trophy. We want the NXT Tag Team Championship.
It was Michael Jordan, Nigel, who said talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. The Street Profits gelled from the get-go, and everyone knows that teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork and intelligence, well, Street Profits are halfway there at least. And with Ford wearing that crown, I think he's getting a little bit ahead of himself. There's 3 other teams who want to be crowned NXT Tag Team Champions tonight.
You know, the Street Profits' hearts are racing like the Indy 500. The Sultans of Swag bringing the Solo Cups to TakeOver 25.
I will give them this. The Street Profits have continued to create opportunities for themselves, including that title opportunity against the Viking Raiders.
Viking Raiders vacating the titles.
2 on 2 others.
team of Steve Cutler, Wesley Blake, the Forgotten Sons.
The Forgotten Sons came so close to getting a previous tag team title opportunity, making it to the final of this year's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, but they were thwarted by Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Be that as it may, the Forgotten Sons have really found their voice, so to speak, with the addition of Jackson Ryker, the heater of the team. This terrifying triumvirate are certainly a deal to reckon with, but in this match, only two of them here.
Wesley Blake has previous TakeOver experience, Beth, competing at TakeOver Unstoppable in May of 2015, TakeOver Brooklyn in August 2015, as a former member of the NXT Tag Team Champion, so he has that experience as a champion in the tag team division.
Next, at a combined weight of 380 pounds, the team of Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan.
It was at NXT TakeOver Chicago 2 in June of last year that Burch and Lorcan came very close to usurping the Undisputed Era for the tag team titles that night.
Guarantee you, Oney Lorcan will remember that night very well, because it was where he got his orbital bone broken.
NXT TakeOver 25 presented by the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration. There's no such thing as a good excuse for not buckling up. Click it or ticket.
And the team of Kyle O'Reilly in Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era!
The Undisputed Era is a faction looking to become the first three-time NXT Tag Team Champions. O'Reilly, a former two-time champion. Their original title reign was with Bobby Fish.
Absolutely, you could argue this is a bit of a redemption opportunity for Bobby Fish, since he technically didn't lose the tag team championship himself. Tonight could be Bobby's night to solidify their next tag team title reign.
Imagine what is going through Bobby Fish's mind here after winning the NXT tag team titles from injury. Roderick Strong came in and took charge of the team. Bobby Fish didn't know whether he was going to get another opportunity. This may be his last opportunity.
Bobby Fish, the Bobby Fischer of wrestling chess. He's a grandmaster grappler and the kind of striker that's hard to check, mate.
You guys got to ask yourselves, after Roderick Strong's loss, what does that mean for the momentum of Undisputed Era here tonight?
They are all peering up at the coveted gold. Fatal four-way. Nigel, take us through the rules.
Well, no disqualifications, no countouts. One member of whichever team has to climb the ladder and retrieve both titles.
And it is already on like Donkey Kong as we expected. Chaos breaking out, and hey, they say chaos is a ladder, right? In this fatal four-way ladder match, bodies already on the floor around ringside. The Undisputed Era attacking Montez Ford.
We certainly didn't expect this match to be pretty, Mauro.
So hard to come out with a strategy in a match like this.
Wow! Superlative striking on the part of O'Reilly.
Action all over the place. Here's some strikes, yes.
Dragon screw leg whip. Fish on Blake. And you would think from the outset, the advantage would belong to Fish and O'Reilly because of their experience as champions, because of their experience on the biggest stage. But Lorcan and Burch.
Here we go. We hear what Burch said. Everything to nothing to lose, everything to gain. I'm so excited I can't talk. Here we go.
Again, Lorcan and Burch have come close in the past at TakeOver.
Lorcan and Birch with a pile of haymakers there.
Oh! Kick was blocked by O'Reilly, and again, there's that tag team cohesiveness, but Birch with a headbutt to the sternum of O'Reilly.
Oh, just vicious, nasty strikes from both teams. Oh.
Oney Lorcan lighting up both members of the Undisputed Era's chest.
Standing armbar to slow down Lorcan, and a kick drives Lorcan to the mat. Profit's doing the right thing, staying on the outside.
O'Reilly's got quite a bit of experience. Having been in war games, he knows these multi-person matches, how to watch each other's backs.
Oh, big boot by O'Reilly, keeping Dawkins outside the ring, and now the Undisputed Era, they are gonna go hunting for the ladder.
Interesting, maybe a little bit early, but hey, you've got to go at some point, so let's get this moving.
They have a ladder.
Nigel, we don't get paid by the hour. You don't want to be in a ladder match any longer than you have to. There's just more opportunity for injury. This is a smart tag team strategy.
It's a fair point.
Get up there.
You've been in a few ladder matches yourself, is that right, Beth?
I am.
Tope Suicida! Unbelievable attack there out of nowhere.
I can speak to the damage that's been done in this particular instance. I've been in a ladder match and it straight up hurts.
Wesley Blake going for broke. He's lucky he didn't break anything with that suicide dive. Oh! Cut from Lorcan. Oh, another uppercut on Cutler. Lorcan and Birch beginning to assert themselves on the outside again. No disqualifications, no count out. One member of a team has to climb a ladder, claim both titles. Dawkins on the top turnbuckle.
Take it to the air.
Dawkins is going for a flight. Mamma mia!
Take a look at the height that Angelo Dawkins achieves, and then wham!
What a plancha!
Dawkins' very first takeover, he is looking to make a statement.
The Profits in the first takeover! Ford and Dawkins both climbing the ladder, but O'Reilly and Fish are thwarting them. And now maybe, yes, Kyle O'Reilly begins to scale the ladder, as does Fish. Here comes Blake, and he wipes out both of them. Oh my God! O'Reilly back first on the ladder. Wow, Wesley Blake, a one-man wrecking crew in this fatal four-way ladder match.
Kyle O'Reilly may be out, he may be done.
And now, trending #1, are you surprised? NXT TakeOver, and now the Forgotten Sons using a ladder as a battering ram to make sure the coast is clear before they try to reach those titles. What the hell is that?
Oh! Those Street Profits hit the mat.
It's teamwork.
Undisputed Era.
Making a nightmare, forget about a dream.
Forgotten Sons rolling the ball. Wait a minute, Lorcan and Norman suplexes in stereo, and the ladder went flying onto other competitors of this fatal four-way ladder match.
Take another look at this. First the double jump, watch the ladder. That nearly ended Kyle O'Reilly's career.
Holy bleep indeed. Fatal four-way ladder match, and O'Reilly, that is twice already in this match that he has been almost eliminated permanently. Now Ford clubbing forearms on Birch. Dawkins eliminating Lorcan for the time being. Tandem offense, spinebuster slam. Montez Ford all the way to the top. What height! What a frog splash!
Birch caught every ounce of that. Now the Street Profits doing the smart thing.
Oh, that was low. Blake's got to get out of there. The Profits won't let him.
What's Montez got in mind?
Leapfrog, and Montez Ford sends Wesley Blake crashing to the outside, feeling the full brunt
Cutler is out. He has no idea where he is.
You can see the welts across the side and back of Cutler. Such a dangerous match to partake in.
Ford will try again.
Oh, but Bobby Fish cuts Ford off at the pass. Missile drop kick by Kyle O'Reilly. And again, though, O'Reilly, even throwing the drop kick, crashes across the ladder again.
In the very same spot, you can see on O'Reilly's back the welts raising up from that earlier drop on the ladder.
One chancery being employed by Bobby Fish on Montez Ford. Kyle O'Reilly showing his resiliency. Double underhook. Combination. Oh! Wow! German suplex back first. Goes Montez Ford.
The Undisputed Era continuing to work like a well-oiled machine. Let's take a look at this. Beautiful German suplex.
Human demolition derby. Oh my. And you see the effects across the back of O'Reilly as he and Fish use the ladder to once again send Dawkins outside of the ring. And here we have another opportunity for the Undisputed Era to become the first ever three-time NXT Tag Team Champs.
Their eyes have constantly been on the prize, looking to set up that ladder. So many attempts thwarted by other members of this match.
Oh, look at this.
O'Reilly is climbing up the ladder. Oh, and
beautiful. Bobby Fish is trying to protect Kyle O'Reilly, playing defense like in a football game.
What happened?
You cannot overstate the amount of punishment that Kyle O'Reilly has already absorbed, but it would be worth it if Fish was able to scale the ladder all the way to the top and secure the NXT Tag Team titles.
O'Reilly doing the same thing, playing defense.
Oh my God! They killed Kyle! Unbelievable! How much can one individual sustain, Nigel?
Take a look at this, and more importantly, the way Fish landed on his partner. Incredible brutality.
Adding insult to injury. Kyle O'Reilly battered and bruised. Forget about Brand the Broken. It's going to be O'Reilly the Broken before this one is all said and done. And Cutler and Blake now, they are struggling to get that ladder up. Can you blame them?
Literally having to move bodies out of the way, clear the carnage. They can even set up the ladder.
And this is Cutler's, wow, almost a perverted form of poetry here with Kyle O'Reilly underneath that ladder.
Cutler has to believe that O'Reilly is out to all intents and purposes.
Cutler is climbing. Oh, but O'Reilly looking for the submission again. No pinfall or submissions.
Cutler tapping wildly, but as you said, Mo, no submissions in this matchup. But be that as it may, if you could take out an opponent's leg, that stops them climbing the ladder.
Blake looking to become a two-time NXT Tag Team Champion. Cutler looking for his first taste of gold. Instead, he absorbs that roundhouse kick and another roundhouse kick from Bobby Fish.
What erudite offense from Fish. Again, trying to focus on the leg.
Inverted face lock. Oh, the stomp from the ladder. Cutler looking to put his boot through the chest of Bobby Fish.
That can't have felt good on Cutler's knee when he landed either, though. Take another look. First, the impact driving into the chest of Bobby Fish. But look, the leg of Steve Cutler landing at the same time.
Nothing for nothing, guys. Fish and O'Reilly, who have the championship pedigree, they've been decimated in this match. I know that goes for all the competitors, but the amount of punishment that Fish and O'Reilly have absorbed, and here the Forgotten Sons looking to make the most of this opportunity. Carpe diem.
Literally dragging their bodies up the ladder.
They want to make this an unforgettable night. But now, they're on both of them in electric chair positions. Oh, wow. Oney Lorcan in the corner. Oney Lorcan explodes off the top turnbuckle with that European uppercut. And now it's Dawkins with Blake in the electric chair. Ford! Wow, what a blockbuster! What does it take to become the new NXT Tag Team Champions? Unmitigated carnage.
First this European uppercut in a Doomsday Desires position. In the same position, but even more impact. Super blockbuster from the top rope. But how is this? Kyle O'Reilly!
Oh, wow. Rising from the ashes, and you'll pardon the pun, Beth, like a phoenix.
I appreciate that, Mauro, but I gotta ask, who is physically capable of climbing the ladder at this point with the punishment that everybody's taken in this match?
Oh my. There's the Forgotten Sons henchman, Jackson Ryker, and he definitely has issues with the Undisputed Era after being on the receiving end of a battering ram. Again, no disqualifications. And Jackson Ryker going to keep O'Reilly from climbing the ladder. Instead, he sends O'Reilly back first into a ladder.
How much more can O'Reilly take?
Huge choke slam to Birch.
This is illegal.
Montez goes for a ride.
Oh, wow. Jackson Ryker clear-cutting the forest of NXT Superstars. Clearing the path for the Forgotten Sons to become NXT Tag Team Champs.
Speaking of paths, what a path of destruction.
Oh, Curse of Greatness, Angelo Dawkins. He ends up falling off the ladder courtesy of Jackson Ryker again. Forgotten Sons, the King Ghidorah of NXT, the Savages.
Good
the
Lord.
Three-headed monster.
Oh, this is hard to watch.
Just a vicious onslaught.
And no one can stop him because there is no disqualification. Oh,
one man will try.
The resilient Oney Lorcan. Oh! Back body drop into the ladder. Back body drop into the ladder.
And Ryker stands alone looking at all the carnage that he created.
There is an ominous calm to what has been a ferocious storm. Jackson Ryker admiring his vicious handiwork. And
the problem is Jackson Ryker has enacted all this destruction, but the other two Forgotten Sons have got to get in and get up to claim those titles.
Oh, Montez Ford has an issue with that. Oh, man!
Kyle O'Reilly showing a flurry of life.
O'Reilly and Fish. Skeletonizing Ryker like piranhas.
It's a skeleton beatdown.
Jackson Ryker getting stomped.
Getting a taste of his own medicine, it looks like to me.
And these
men to take
tenuous allegiances, these tenuous alliances. Ryker buried underneath the ladder. And we return to regularly scheduled hostilities.
Literally took 6 pummels from a ladder to get Ryker down.
Breathtaking brutality.
And Ryker is still moving. This man isn't human.
So is Kyle O'Reilly. So is Bobby Fish. The Undisputed Era on the cusp of winning their 3rd NXT Tag Team titles, but instead they want to eliminate Ryker permanently.
My God. Jackson Ryker just stared down the Undisputed Era, ladder in hand, and said, bring it.
But with all due respect to Ryker, Fish and O'Reilly, Beth, have to focus. They got to focus on the bigger picture. The titles.
There's too many moving parts in this match. Take your eye off the ball at any moment.
And there you go. Oh! Top backcut hero! Montez Ford flying high. Wow.
What these superstars are willing to give of their body, of their soul for the NXT Tag Team titles.
Montez Ford winning the broad jump competition at the Combine. Pescado there by Lorcan on Riker. Now Angelo Dawkins gets waylaid by Fish and O'Reilly and their ladder. Birch! Birch drop kicks the ladder and sends Fish and O'Reilly crashing to the canvas.
You have to take a look at this. Unbelievable agility, like something out of a cartoon. I've never seen anything like it.
The Tasmanian Devil, Montez Ford, and Oney Lorcan throwing caution to the wind.
You were right, Morrow. So many of the superstars have been focusing on Riker as opposed to getting up that ladder for the tag team titles.
Grit and bruisers bruising the left arm of Bobby Fish.
Oney and Lorcan just meat chopping their opponents.
Shoulder first into that ring post. Corner clothesline by Birch. Step up enziguri by the governor.
Hold on, half and half lands.
O'Reilly has just been devastated in this matchup.
Oh, a nice right hand by Birch, and Lorcan utilizing the ladder now to try to maximize the Brit and Bruisers' advantage. Both Birch and Lorcan possess ladders. And they may be the Street Profits. Edging Christian at the concerto. We were just treated to the ladder toe. Doesn't have the same ring, Beth.
Well, we just saw Street Profits sandwich, and it was not pretty.
There's nothing pretty about this fatal forward ladder match.
Riker just continues to get up no matter what they throw at him.
Oney Lorcan, Danny Birch, focused on the tag team titles.
The ring is clear, boys.
Wow, this is it.
Has the path been cleared for victory?
That ladder's a little off center. Yep, Lorcan noticed.
Lorcan and Birch.
If there's ever a time to climb and climb fast, it's now.
The opportunity of a career, and again, Fish and O'Reilly intervene.
Well, Birch and Lorcan perhaps making a mistake. They're both trying to get the titles at the same time.
And you're right, the Undisputed Era probably had the smart strategy, one playing defense. Guarding the castle, as it were.
Absolutely.
Of all teams, the Undisputed Era has been
wow.
the one spending the most time in the center of the ring with their eyes on the prize.
Brit and Bruisers, Undisputed Era, both on ladders.
Oh, what did you hear? The sound like a coconut. Oof.
Forearm by Fish. O'Reilly. The Undisputed Era seem to have the advantage. Lorcan has fallen off the ladder. Birch reaching, grasping out.
Slugfest of desperation as they're within arm's reach of the tag team championships.
And all three of them in a perilous position. All four now in the high atop the ladder.
Way up, no fingertips, fingertips.
O'Reilly had his fingers on the title. Again, both titles have to be secured in order for new NXT Tag Team Champions to be crowned.
A fall from that height, that's when bones break, when ligaments snap.
Both the Brit and Bruisers, Undisputed Era, throwing all kinds of furious strikes at each other. The Forgotten Sons, Forgotten Sons.
You're seeing an opportunity.
Wait a second.
Like a Jenga tower collapsing.
But one ladder is still aloft. Oh, this is it. This is the chance for the Forgotten Sons. Watch out, guys. Oh, my Lord. In the center now.
Blake and Cutler now realizing they're the only two superstars in the ring. They see daylight. Blake is climbing the ladder. Oh, here comes Angelo Dawkins. Spear on Cutler. Spear by Blake. Springboard. Wow! Montez Ford! Oh,
Street Profits!
The Sultans of Swag have reached the summit!
They will be preaching tonight. Load up your solo cup and tip one up for the Sultans of Swag.
There is going to be a street party in Bridgeport for the Street Profits in their first ever NXT TakeOver event. They are crowned new NXT Tag Team Champions.
You can see the show of happiness, the NXT Universe, all representing the Street Profits with the red solo cups. It's time for a celebration.
It's a solo cup celebration, and for the adults, maybe a sip of Num Num juice.
Let's take a look at some of the incredible brutality here. Actually, this is toward the end of the match. The Forgotten Sons, they almost had the titles won from a different angle. Wham! Dawkins. And then Montez, a thing of beauty. The agility. Take a look. Picture perfect. Nails the landing. Boom, and straight away. Right hand. Down goes Blake. And then there was nothing between Montez Ford and Success.
It is the Sweet 16 team to become NXT Tag Team Champions. NXT Universe is in fuego. The Street Profits, it's a solo cup party.
My name is too big to start small.
She was the first real major superstar we had.
From the very beginning, I was setting out to do something that no one had ever done.
Ronda Rousey is here!
When she came back from the WrestleMania moment with Rock, I saw her get the bug then.
Everything in her life has been leading up to her getting to WWE because this was her destiny.
I had this huge opportunity, and I had to succeed, not just for myself, but for all of the women that would come after me. The pressure was on more than ever. I became obsessed with proving everyone wrong.
You're listening to On My Teeth by Under Oath from the album A Modern Erase Me, an NXT Loud theme song for NXT TakeOver 25, available now on iTunes and Spotify.
As the Street Profits celebrate the NXT Women's Championship challenger, Io Shirai takes some time to reflect and focus with someone she's very friendly with.
Don't worry about the other two, okay? I'm here for you, okay? Thank you, babe. Oh, you got this. Just focus on Shane. You got this. Yes. Yes. I'll get it.
Io Shirai has designs of becoming the new NXT Women's Champion. Well, the North American Championship up for grabs. And NXT original Tyler Breeze returns to the black and gold brand to challenge the Velveteen Dream for the North American title.
Tyler Breeze, I remember you.
Look, everyone! It's Tyler! Here comes the magic. God. 3, 2, 1. I'm gorgeous, in case you haven't noticed. They're excited to see Tyler Breeze, but I'm excited to be Tyler Breeze. I'm ready.
Do you remember Tyler? The night Tyler Breeze found out that he was going to Raw or SmackDown. You could see the fear in your eyes. It was the last time that you ever got a standing ovation. Breeze, do you remember?
It's Tyler Breeze! Tyler Breeze?
We're about to give WWE a much-needed facelift.
Do you even remember what the spotlight feels like? They say that Tyler Breeze was the man. And look at you now. You're standing in the spotlight, but it's a little too hot for you, Tyler.
Oh, let's go this out. Let's go this.
The NXT Universe has upgraded their cellular plan. The upgrade? The Velveteen Dream.
The Purple Prince of Pugilism.
Sold out arenas.
And always commands the spotlight.
Velveteen. Velveteen.
And the spotlight has never shone brighter for the Velveteen Dream.
You can't just feel the dream, and you can't just hold on to the dream. Quite frankly, I'm too big to hold.
Oh, wow!
Oh, wait a second!
Is it? Prince Pretty's back in full sail!
Prince Pretty is home!
I remember Tyler Breeze. He wasn't just gorgeous, he wasn't just a pretty face. He was a staple of NXT.
Just because you couldn't cut it on Monday and Tuesday nights doesn't mean you get to come to NXT and demand a spotlight.
You had a great career in NXT, Tyler Breeze. Not a career worthy of coming back and demanding an NXT North American Championship opportunity.
That North American Championship inspires me.
Tyler Breeze, you have never had gold, and you are a phony. You are the great value version of the Velveteen Dream, and you know it.
And I think it's about time that Prince Pretty pushed you out of my spotlight.
Oh! Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze is looking to reclaim the spotlight and win the North American title.
Look, everyone, it's Tyler!
Is it my eyes when you look at me?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Making his way to the ring from his seasonal residence in Palm Springs, California, weighing in at 212 pounds, Tyler Breeze.
It's only fitting that on this landmark event, TakeOver 25, an NXT original, Tyler Breeze, who was on the very first TakeOver. In fact, he was a part of NXT Arrival before there were TakeOvers, returns to Cap Street to try to win the NXT North American title. He feels a Velveteen Dream is a cheap knockoff of Prince Pretty.
So Velveteen Dream believes that he is a far superior superstar in every way, shape or form to Tyler Breeze. As we saw earlier, Breeze, after returning home to NXT, immediately tried to steal the spotlight from the Velveteen Dream, attacking Dream with his cell phone after Dream had crashed Breeze's homecoming.
You can't deny.
It's only fitting that someone with the sobriquet K, Prince Pretty, hails from a place known as beautiful British Columbia.
Velveteen Dream.
And his opponent from Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., weighing in at 217 pounds, he is the NXT North American Champion, the Velveteen Dream!
Beth, the Velveteen Dream, NXT's rocket man, his career launched like a rocket, still only 23, the provocative prodigy who is the NXT North American Champion.
Velveteen Dream certainly is an enigma in NXT. I mean, I tried to get a quote from him. I tried to get to talk to him, but he is really hard to get in touch with, and I think that's on purpose. He keeps a distance. He likes to be mysterious, and I think that it's awesome the way he does that and builds himself up, but also the way he performs in the ring is where Dream really brings it.
And Nigel, Velveteen Dream performs at his best on the big stage. Takeover.
Absolutely loves to be in the spotlight, and as I mentioned, that's why he took umbrage to the way that Tyler Breeze made his return here to NXT. We take a look at that NXT North American title around the waist of Velveteen Dream. Dream won, of course, the Worlds Collide tournament, WrestleMania weekend, and used his title opportunity to beat Johnny Gargano in Gargano's first title defense as North American champion.
And for Breeze tonight, he goes from Project Runway to Project Dream, as in Velveteen Dream. As flamboyant, as ostentatious as two superstars can be, but once that bell goes, two technically proficient practitioners.
Dream still has that cool, laid-back demeanor as we take a look at the prestigious North American title.
Velveteen Dream, the fourth North American champion, the inaugural champ. Adam Cole will be challenging for the NXT title in a rematch with Johnny Gargano, who, of course, was defeated by Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship. But the spotlight is on Velveteen Dream and Tyler Breeze.
Dream has got to be careful here, keep his anger in check, because I guarantee you underneath that calm veneer.
Oh, can you feel the gloves tonight?
A lot of these mind games make it hard for Breeze to prepare for an opponent like Dream. Hard to know what he's thinking, what he's feeling.
Well, we know what the NXT Universe is feeling. They are fired up for this. Let's face it, it's a dream match. The return of Tyler Breeze to challenge Velveteen Dream for the North American title, and we are going to be in a perpetual state of one-upsmanship.
Breeze said the thing he missed most about NXT is the loyalty and appreciation after all these years. They treat him like he's never left.
And this North American Championship match begins. Collar and elbow tie-up, go behind by Breeze. Side wrist lock employed by Velveteen Dream.
Interesting wardrobe choices by Velveteen Dream tonight.
Always fashion forward, always dressed like he's going to the Met Gala.
Just like you on a Friday night, Moran. Let's go behind. Oh, look at that.
Already,
Whoa.
Breeze was looking for the unprettier early. Well scouted by Velveteen Dream.
Dream taking a little offense here.
Well, Velveteen Dream has proven to be as quick as a Velveteen Rabbit, but Tyler Breeze looking to prove he's more than yesterday's toy. Oh. The amount of machismo in this matchup.
Breeze said he's looking to show a new side, a more mature attitude.
Oh, look at that.
And the cover by Breeze. Dream kicks out immediately, but Tyler Breeze sending Velveteen Dream to the outside of the ring.
Nice creative offense from Tyler Breeze, looking to take a risk.
Oh, runs right into that right hand of the Velveteen Dream.
Too big a risk this early in the match, giving the advantage back to Dream.
Boom! Double axe handle from the top turnbuckle by the Velveteen Dream.
Dream makes it look easy.
Oh! Cabrera connects. Back press. Dream looking for the quick title defense. Doesn't get it. And it's Tyler Breeze, the veteran, regrouping on the outside, trying to buy some time. The Velveteen Dream, he feels that Tyler Breeze is on borrowed time. He wants a quick title defense here. And again, Breeze able to escape.
Watch out. Velveteen Dream way up there. Smartly electing to come down, but he's got caught. Watch out!
Oh! Into the Garden of Good and Evil, wrapping the left leg around the ring post. Tyler Breeze hyper-focused. Oh, it explodes off the apron with a flying forearm. You know that Tyler Breeze has come back to NXT. He has a point to prove.
Certainly is showing a much more aggressive side than we've seen from Breeze in a while.
Remember Tyler Breeze, a member of the original contingent, Nigel, that built the black and gold brand, made it the gold standard. And there was a counter right hand by Dream that sends Breeze crashing.
Breeze was come with a flying forearm again, so was wide open for the right hand from Velveteen Dream. Dream able to stop the momentum of Tyler Breeze, but for how long?
Oh, and Velveteen Dream with a fireman's carry. Prelude to the Dream Valley driver, well scouted by Breeze.
Oh, the knee gave way again.
Oh, and Breeze immediately going for that single leg crab. Trained by Lance Storm at one time. Breeze looking for the single leg crab.
Slipped a little bit. Doesn't have the full extension. Can try and get that leg back underneath him. Yes.
Breeze able to sink down into it, put the pressure on the knee.
Look at the angle of the knee of Velveteen Dream. See how Breeze is turning the knee joint to the outside. That applies pressure to the knee joint as opposed to the lower back.
And
very
Velveteen
smart.
Dream saving his patella tendon for the moment.
Tell you what, I am being impressed with Tyler Breeze thus far.
I'm impressed with that right hand by Velveteen Dream. Oh, and now it's Tyler Breeze looking to stop a mud hole, but has to be careful he's not disqualified. Champion's advantage in this North American title match. Ah, drop kick by Breeze sends Dream crashing to the outside.
I don't think Tyler Breeze, I don't think Velveteen Dream expected this level of aggression out of Tyler.
Oh, what a super kick by Dream! Breeze's teeth are still in his mouth for now. What a kick!
Dream making his way back into the ring, trying to shake off the cobwebs.
And remember, Tyler Breeze has to beat the count. Breeze is stirring right here in front of us, trying to regroup, trying to recalibrate here. And this is why, Nigel.
A different angle. Look at that. Super kick underneath the jaw. Tyler Breeze.
Oh, God.
Whoa, right
Velveteen
there.
Dream just bashing Breeze's head into our broadcast table. Oh, the sickening thoughts face first. The Velveteen Dream has snapped. It's as if to say, how dare Tyler Breeze call him a cheap knockoff. Velveteen, oh God.
The referee's checking on Breeze. He could be knocked out.
It's got Breeze's phone, I think.
Is this a time for a selfie? Oh, wow. Not the kind of photobomb I wanted to be a part of, by the way. And the NXT Universe. Super kick by Tyler Breeze. And of course, his version known as the supermodel kick, looking to rearrange the looks of the Velveteen Dream.
Breeze rolling in to break the count. Has got caught. Dream Valley driver.
Dream Valley driver, the cover. Dream looks for the title defense, and Breeze escapes. Velveteen Dream going all the way to the high rent district, but Tyler Breeze, the wily veteran, rolling out underneath the ropes and out of, well, he thought he was out of the danger zone, slips through the legs of Velveteen Dream.
The ring hasn't been able to hold these two competitors.
Enziguri by Tyler Breeze.
Both superstars down now. Slow to get back.
NXT Universe showing their appreciation for everything these two men are giving in the ring.
And Tyler Breeze, high risk, ascending to the top of the turnbuckles. Velveteen Dream Looking, oh! Diving crossbody roll through by Dream, hooks the leg! Tyler Breeze able to power out just in the nick of time. Single leg takedown. Oh, look at this transition into the fireman's carry by Velveteen Dream.
Nice setup.
Couldn't complete though.
Breeze lands on his feet.
Couldn't hit the supermodel kick either. Pause.
Oh, Dream! Oh, looking for the Dream DT. Instead, kick to the face. Supermodel kick. Supermodel kick. We have a new North American champion now. Wow, so close for Prince Pretty to return to NXT, a conquering hero.
Dream once again trying to shake off the effects of the super kick.
The NXT Universe chanting, "This is gorgeous." Prince Pretty looking for the unprettier on Velveteen Dream. Instead, Dream. Oh, Breeze lands on his feet. Double chicken wing.
Strikes. Breeze back to the corner. Drives him in again. Oh, and a back elbow lands on the jaw.
Oh, but Breeze
look at
holding on.
Breeze.
Breeze.
Doggedly holding on to the North American champion.
Yeah, Breeze trying to. Oh! Foot to the mouth and Velveteen Dream. Oh! Drop kick. What timing by Tyler Breeze.
This could be it.
Oh! Reversal again. Dream DT. Dream DT. Will it be enough to secure the victory? Oh no! Breeze lifting that left shoulder.
Not tonight. Prince Pretty still in this.
He was feeling the breeze of the referee coming down for the third time.
Oh, and Velveteen Dream felt the breeze and the boot of the super kick.
Oh man, his equilibrium could be a risk of blood trickling from the ear of Tyler Breeze. And really, you have to wonder how that is going to impact this match. If you can't keep your balance, Nigel. And of course, we are still trending at #1 NXT TakeOver. TakeOver 25, an incredible night already, and here we are in the midst of this fierce NXT North American title match. The Velveteen Dream, the champion, again climbing to the top turnbuckle. The challenger, Tyler Breeze, on his feet.
Dream was absolutely adamant that he was going to get to the top rope.
Desperation move by Breeze, but it paid off.
In hindsight, that looked like a bad decision from the Velveteen Dream.
Let's see who could capitalize on this moment.
So it doesn't look like Velveteen Dream right now, prone on the top rope. Can Prince Pretty execute something here?
Oh, wow, Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze with that front face lock. Dead weight of Velveteen Dream. Oh, Dream was playing possum as he launched Tyler Breeze.
Breeze took way too long. Gave Dream the chance to recuperate.
Oh, wow!
Look at that!
Tyler Breeze blasting Dream with that knee strike.
Dream groggy, not able to get his wherewithal. Where is he in the ring?
Pivotal moment in the match now.
NXT Universe exhorting both superstars. Tyler Breeze with the scoop. Has Dream over his shoulder. Oh, wow, is he looking for the tombstone?
He hits this, surely it's over.
Oh, reversal by Velveteen Dream.
A dangerous position to be in.
No.
Wow.
Breeze kicking down to reverse the momentum one more time. Dream trying to do the same thing. Yes, he does.
How taxing is it on their respective backs? Breeze lands on his feet.
Ooh.
Drives Dream into the corner, but instead Dream drives the back elbow into Tyler Breeze. Oh, wow.
Breeze tried the enziguri.
I think that equilibrium issue is a factor here as Velveteen Dream. Oh, Dream!
Oh,
Dream
yes!
delivering the unpretty. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow! How much would it have hurt Tyler Breeze knowing that he lost a chance at the title to one of his patented maneuvers?
I think that's exactly why he did it, Mauro. He wants to send a message to Tyler Breeze that he is old news and Velveteen Dream is it on the scene.
The Velveteen Dream has got to do one more thing to prove that, and that is to put away Prince Pretty, who is having trouble at this juncture regaining his faculties. Prone in the center of the ring. Dream back to the top. Here we go!
Purple Rainmaker, but instead of the target, he hits the unforgiving bone on the shin of Tyler Breeze. Oh, wow!
Lying in wait again. Couldn't get that.
Oh, supermodel kick! I'm prettier! I'm prettier! Tyler Breeze going for the title! Tyler Breeze almost became the new North American champion! Members of the NXT universe very much like Tyler Breeze in a state of disbelief.
Barely able to kick out. Let's take a look at this moment.
Look at the ability here of Tyler Breeze. He knew their Velveteen Dream was. Turns him right around, and the impact right in the dome. Double hook of the legs. Somehow Dream escapes.
And that Unprettier could have painted the prettiest picture of Tyler Breeze's career, but it was all for naught as Breeze again looking to continue to beat down the Velveteen Dream.
Breeze must not get frustrated though. Velveteen Dream is hurt. He's not moving. Surely one more offensive maneuver from Tyler Breeze. The match is over.
In this, the most important match of Tyler Breeze's career, his parents making the trek from the North Canada. Roll-up small package by Velveteen Dream. And Breeze able to escape. Oh, spinning heel kick. Velveteen Dream escapes.
What a brilliant, genius move. Where with all of Velveteen Dream to escape to the outside.
The beauty shot by Tyler Breeze sends Velveteen Dream rolling to the outside where he is lying in a supine position in front of us.
You gotta think, that Tyler Breeze's last opportunity?
He has to get Dream into the ring if he wants to become North American champion. And he's looking to drag the carcass of Dream, but the referee's administering the 10 count.
To 2. 7 seconds to get Dream in the ring.
Wow.
Can Breeze do it?
Breeze has to pick up the dead weight of Velveteen Dream. Referee's at 5.
Oh! Breeze on spaghetti legs.
Dream is on Dream Street.
Time is ticking away.
Breeze breaking the count because he knows.
Velveteen Dream in possession of the North American title. Oh! But Breeze rips it out of the hands. He throws it to the referee. Wait a minute. Oh, Dream Valley Driver. Dream Valley Driver. And Velveteen Dream to the top. Purple Rainmaker. And the reign continues.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT North American Champion, the Velveteen Dream!
An incredibly impressive title defense for Velveteen Dream. But ultimately, I would say that it was the frustration of Tyler Breeze that cost Breeze the North American title opportunity.
You know, Tyler Breeze told us this was a sink or swim match for him. Hey, he proved he could swim with the deepest end of the NXT talent pool.
Take a look back now at some of the action here. Tyler Breeze, wham!
Beauty shot.
Spinning heel kick, beauty shot, but look, very serendipitous, or whether it was of his own volition, Velveteen Dream escaping to the outside so he couldn't be pinned. And then here, Dream attempting to use the title. But you see here, Tyler Breeze realizes he didn't want to get disqualified, and that gave Velveteen Dream the opportunity to take the advantage. Dream Driver, Purple Rainmaker, hook of the leg. And that 3 count signifies Velveteen Dream is still the spotlight, still the North American champion.
The spotlight would not belong on this night to Tyler Breeze. In fact, Velveteen Dream with maintaining his hold on the gold, Beth.
Dream did it tonight, guys.
A selfie celebration. Okay, now I can understand wanting to take a
Well,
selfie.
ladies, he's just trying to
Commemorate this for posterity. Mutual respect being exhibited as they do share a selfie, but on this night, Velveteen Dream not willing to share the spotlight.
Two superstars built from the same cloth who nearly tore each other apart. What a better way to cement the memory than a selfie.
Two of the greatest and most prolific stars ever, Triple H and Orton at Super Showdown.
A WrestleMania equivalent pay-per-view, live from Jeddah. WWE Super Showdown pay-per-view.
Action continues at TakeOver 25 as the genius of the sky, Io Shirai, is looking to knock the reigning NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler back down to earth. Her motives are fueled by avenging the women's locker room as she looks to end Baszler's dominant title reign and despicable attacks led by the Queen of Spades.
I think I am the best in Japan.
A Tokyo sports newspaper named her the top wrestler in Japan.
I did everything I could in Japan. I needed NXT.
She is known as the genius of the sky, and now she's here.
I have to prove I'm the best here too.
Can I talk about how everybody that has tried to take this title is gone? Ember Moon, gone. Nikki Cross, gone. Kairi Sane, she's gone too.
Shayna Baszler has tormented the NXT women's locker room.
The heroic Kairi wouldn't stay down.
Tap out now! Do yourself a favor!
So I forced her to.
Oh, but here comes Io Shirai!
Kairi is my best friend.
They're gonna make you what? No!
No, don't do it, shit! Oh my God!
The look of horror on Io's face, she knows I'm gonna stomp out her dreams of ever winning this title. I can respect Io's fighting spirit.
Here comes the horsewomen led by Shayna Baszler.
But what I will never respect,
Candice LeRae's gonna pay a price,
are dumb decisions.
Here comes the genius of the sky, and she brought a kendo stick.
It's eye for an eye.
The frustration, the fury!
I want the NXT Women's Championship. I want it for me.
She's all out of friends.
I want it for Kyrie.
She's all out of weapons.
And I want it for the entire women's division.
And I still have all my backup.
That takeover, I'm going to kick your ass.
In her native Japan, one of the most decorated Joshi Puroresu practitioners in history, paying tribute to her idol Rey Mysterio with the mask. She is the genius of the sky, Io Shirai, and tonight she looks to take out, as she put it, the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. Bet they have a history dating back to Japan, where Shirai got the better of the Queen of Spades, but here in NXT, well, it's Baszler's division as of now.
Baszler comments that we worried too much about Io Shirai's past, about how respected and well-known she was in Japan. She said that all that matters is today and the here and the now. And she is the Queen of Spades and the champion for a reason.
And Nigel, it was Shirai and her former Sky Pirates tag team partner Kyrie Sane, the only two superstars who pinfall wins over Baszler.
Well, that is right, and that being the case, one has to wonder as we take a look at the NXT Women's Champion, what is going through the mind now of Shayna Baszler? Is she confident or is she concerned? Her two horsewomen friends, cohorts, Jessamine Duke, Marina Shafir by her side. Well, look at this. Baszler on her own, clearly confident.
Shayna Baszler is the Night Queen, cold as ice.
As we heard at TakeOver, at Target TakeOver piece, excuse me, Shayna Baszler prepared very differently for Io Shirai than any of her other opponents.
And Beth, Marilyn Monroe would have been 93 today. She was quoted as saying once, if I'd observed all the rules, I'd never have got anywhere. Well, Baszler hasn't observed all the rules, and she got to the top of the NXT Women's Division.
Baszler's title reign speaks for herself, one of the most dominant champions in history. Tap, snap, nap. That's her specialty. And she says we're going to see that here tonight against Io Shirai.
The only two-time NXT Women's Champion, the Submission Magician. I covered her career in mixed martial arts, called many of her fights, and now here watching her grow as an NXT superstar.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, Io Shirai. And her opponent from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
Baszler looking at Shirai as if to say, your soul is mine. And so is the NXT Women's Championship. An illustrious history, the dominant reign of Asuka. Beth, you mentioned it earlier, the first takeover, the legendary battle between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, the Bayley and Sasha Banks rivalry. There have been so many incredible matches in the women's division here at TakeOver, and we're underway as Shirai explodes out of the corner.
This match is so important for Io. So much of her career since coming to NXT, she had Kyrie Sane by her side. This is her moment to shine.
Well, what Baszler did there, instead of kicking in the back, just one to the side of the jaw.
And we have seen this new aggression, this next level aggression from Io Shirai. Knows she has to fight fire with fire against someone the likes of Shayna Baszler. No! Baszler looking to deliver a reality check. Oh, and instead she swept off her feet by Shirai. Snap mirror.
Baszler was trying to toy. Oh! With Shirai doing the exact same thing.
Remember, Bianca Belair slapped Shayna Baszler. Didn't work out well for her, but Shirai now still on her feet.
Check out the demeanor, the look on Io's face. She came here to fight tonight.
Oh, delayed drop kick that sends Shayna Baszler to the outside, but again, champion's advantage.
Well, the champion electing to use that advantage. Stay on the outside.
Oh, baseball slide drop kick by Io Shirai.
Not the best idea for Shayna to take her eye off Io at any moment.
That's right. Rule number one, never take your eye off your opponent.
And Baszler learning quickly again that she isn't in there with an upstart. We mentioned it many times just how legendary of a career Io Shirai had in her native land of the rising sun. Oh, but she didn't rise there. She came crashing down back first.
That being said, Mauro, the level of competition in the women's division in NXT continues to rise.
Reality check coming for Io Shirai.
Shirai trying to escape. Oh, good!
The nastiest of reality checks for the genius of the sky.
And now Shirai is going to have a really tough time staying alive in this match.
Io opening and closing her hand, making sure all the ligaments are still working properly. Take a look at the damage done. The height Shayna gets as all the impact all the way comes down on Io's elbow.
It's the angle of that elbow joint.
Oh my God, now manipulating the fingers as well, the joints, and Shirai desperately going for the roll-up. Shoulders down, only a 1 count. Oh, what a lethal lariat delivered by Baszler. Side press, hooks a leg, and somehow Shirai manages to escape. Baszler tweeting out the fact that she loves the smell of napalm in the morning, and she is bringing the apocalypse now upon Io Shirai. Just relentless in her attack, Beth.
We've talked about how difficult it is to climb a ladder with a hurt ankle. It's so hard to pin someone when you only have one hand, especially a submission technician like Shayna Baszler.
Trying to stay out of a submission as well. Extremely difficult.
Oh my God, trying to pop that shoulder out of its socket, trying to get Shirai to capitulate.
Now Baszler is in her methodical wheelhouse.
Io retreating, just trying to defend herself out of desperation.
Calf kick by.
Nice key lock there by Shayna.
Double wrist lock in catch wrestling parlance, and she is a catch-can queen, dropping the point of the elbow onto that injured shoulder, the injured arm of Io Shirai.
Shirai tried to move out of the way, but Baszler was way too quick. And now look at the torque, almost a version of an Americana.
An awkward angle of the elbow once again. We saw damaged earlier, all the pressure on the wrist and elbow.
See a lot of pressure in the shoulder joint as well, making it difficult for Shirai to do anything with the left arm.
Irish whip into the ropes, ducks underneath, waist lock. Oh, but the grip broken by the bigger Baszler. My goodness.
Once again with no grip, it's hard to lift someone, hard to pin, slam.
Oh, nasty kick. Right between the shoulder blades. Hooks the leg, shoulders are down, and that was rather lackadaisical cover by the champion.
It may seem lackadaisical.
She, I think, thought she had Shirai in more of a precarious position than this Japanese superstar.
Well, Nigel spoke to Shayna being confident earlier, and perhaps she's being a bit overconfident in this situation.
Well, she's been...
Well, wait a second, she takes out the left arm as well. All the time.
Another And Shirai avoiding that reality check and that kick.
The left arm still damaged from the first.
But the Bushido warrior Io Shirai still standing, still valiantly battling, looking to dethrone Shayna Baszler.
Oh, dead weight.
Oh, German suplex.
Couldn't hold because of the
wow.
damaged left arm. Oh, this really does speak well to the genius of the NXT Women's Champion. Forget about the genius of the Sky. Shayna Baszler is the genius of the entire division. Take a look, a picture-perfect German suplex after pausing to get the perfect angle, but just couldn't bridge because the arm couldn't hold.
Oh, what a right hand uncorked and a double axe handle there by the diminutive Dynamo.
Io fighting through the pain, doing her best to shake off the damage Shayna did earlier.
Oh, that's a tribute to Rey Mysterio, the 619, or as it's known in Japan, the Tiger Feint Kick.
Adrenaline must be flowing now back through the body, able to shake off some of the pain.
Oh, springboard! What a drop kick by Shirai! And there's the opportunity! She's been oh, wow, a 2 count as Shirai came so close to becoming the new NXT Women's Champ.
See the way there, Shirai hooked both legs with the injured left arm. She couldn't pull the leg far enough across the shoulder to get all the body weight to secure the victory.
Big forearm haymaker.
Oh, wow.
One more for good measure.
Oh, crossface employed by Shirai. Crossface and...
But with the injured left arm.
You're right.
Can Shirai apply enough pressure to get the submission?
Io trying to maintain grip with the right hand, using her good hand. But Shayna's just too strong.
Oh, look at that. The power, the leverage, the ability of Shayna Baszler is almost second to none.
Impact as Baszler just dropped Shirai back first onto the canvas, and man, Shirai barely stirring.
Ever since that stomp.
Talk about the adrenaline dump, Beth, of coming so close, having that submission employed, and then being thwarted.
Not just thwarted, but dropped, Mauro.
What does it do to the mindset, Nigel?
Well, when you're there and you realize you're so close to losing, the adrenaline is straight through your body, but when you finally get out of it, it's demoralizing for your opponent.
Hold on, check this out.
Shirai with the left hand. Oh! Kick there by Shirai that has Baszler draped over that top rope.
Io might be operating purely on instinct.
Drop kick, and that sends Baszler crashing to the apron, rolling outside the ring. And this preternaturally talented aerial artist, the genius of the Sky, ascending the turnbuckles.
You mentioned it earlier, Mo. Shirai has to try to go back to her wheelhouse, has to try to fly.
Orihara moonsault by Shirai!
High risk, high reward for Io Shirai.
A big risk, and in this case, it paid off in spades.
I like what you did there.
Landing directly on the queen thereof. But thus far, Baszler did a great job of grounding Shirai. Now finally, Shirai is starting to build some momentum with her high-flying offense. Can she maintain it, though, with the injured left arm?
Shirai back to the top turnbuckle where she's at her best. Missile drop kick on Baszler. And of course, you don't need the arm when you utilize the Sky like she does. Oh, double knees, double impact, double trouble for Baszler.
And Shirai seeing her championship opportunity come to fruition.
Oh, wait a minute. It's Jessamine Duke. Oh, but it's also Candice Shafir and LeRae on the receiving end of the kendo stick attack by LeRae. Io Shirai is not alone. Io Shirai does still have a friend in NXT in Tenacious C.
Candice LeRae literally destroyed the kendo stick.
Wow! Shirai cheering on Candice LeRae. She should focus on Baszler.
She may have heard you. She's got caught. She's got caught.
Baszler with the 2.5. Oh, she's using that right arm with the
needs to drop to her back.
Beautiful elbow strikes by Shirai, catches the leg.
Oh! Beautiful palm thrust. What a fight by Io.
Although... Oh, she lands on her feet. Oh, forearm from...
Has got caught
looking
now.
for the Kirifuda clutch. Oh, roll through, shoulders down. Baszler's shoulders were down for the 2 count. What a kick. Roundhouse kick by Shirai.
Baszler can still be beaten right here. If Shirai can put her away.
Lamahistral, roll through. Stacking. Oh, wait a minute. Bridge, the shoulders are down for a 2. Kirifuda clutch. Oh, my God, the Kirifuda clutch.
Oh, mistake from Io Shirai, trying a pinfall, giving up her neck to the Kirifuda clutch.
Can Io hang on?
Shirai scrambling.
How much fight is left in the Genius of the Sky?
That elbow, switched arms
she
now.
switched arms.
The forearm underneath the jaw on the carotid artery, driving with her other good hand.
The roof of the Webster Bank Arena in Bridgeport about to blow off. The NXT Universe fully supporting Io Shirai.
Io inches away.
Look what Baszler's doing, grabbing the leg to prevent Io Shirai putting it on the bottom row.
Shirai is fading. Shirai, she's being ragdolled by Baszler.
Shirai could be out here soon. That Kirifuda clutch has been on a long time.
Draining the energy resources. Oh, wow, Io Shirai, her eyes rolling in the back of her head. She is fading by the second, but she is being willed on by the NXT Universe.
There's a tap, there's a tap.
Wow,
It's enough, it's enough.
Incredible. Say what you will.
Here is your winner by submission, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
With all due respect to the rest of the NXT Women's Division, Scuttlebutt, the hype was that Io Shirai had the experience, had the skill set to be the one to dethrone Shayna Baszler. Hey, step aside, Zelda. The legend of Shayna Baszler continues to grow.
Look at how that example, how that legend would continue. First of all, 2 of the 4 horsewomen coming out, but it was Candice LeRae who repaid Io Shirai for coming to her aid on NXT TV. As the match would continue, incredible wherewithal to adjust her momentum, to land there, and then to escape into a pinfall attempt out of the Kirifuda clutch. But ultimately, here it would be trying the Mahistral cradle, coming all the way top and trying a pinfall. But look what Shirai does, gives up her neck, and you do not do that to Shayna Baszler. That led to here, the Kirifuda clutch in deep and the tap. Io Shirai had no choice. If she didn't tap, she was gonna nap. Shirai devastated.
Oh my God! Oh! Tap nap! Io Shirai snap!
Unleashing a fury of kendo stick shots. Wait a second.
Io opening up Shayna Baszler for more shots.
Oh my goodness, Io Shirai all over Shayna Baszler. She may have lost this battle, but she continues to take the fight to Shayna Baszler.
What a terrible show of sportsmanship. What is going on here?
After all she's been put through by the horsewomen, you gotta be kidding me, Nigel.
Io's calling for something.
Well, even Candice LeRae isn't sure about this.
What's Io thinking?
Come on, this is
This is a side of Io Shirai we have never seen before. Fighting fire by fire!
Putting her own body on the line. Shayna Baszler and the Horsewomen pushed Io Shirai to this.
They pushed her over the edge.
That's where she's gone. Yes. Shirai has snapped.
And you know what, guys? At some point, enough is enough. Io Shirai snapping post-match, sending a message to Shayna Baszler. Yeah, she may have won this fight tonight, but there's plenty of fight left in the genius of the sky. Wow, I don't know. Have we ever seen the NXT Women's Champion in this vulnerable position? Look at it. She's the winner of the match, Beth.
You can see the welts on Shayna's back. This is the most prone we've ever seen her.
Wow. Shirai leaving her mark literally on the NXT Women's Champion.
Baszler escapes with the NXT Women's Championship, but maybe not her mind.
If you don't get nervous for WrestleMania, it's the be-all, end-all of what we do.
The man, the myth, and the legend.
We are lucky to be joined by Paul Triple H Levesque.
So excited you guys are here. This whole week is just one big adrenaline rush.
Oh, this is like a dream.
This is your time, your future to take. Let's do this. It's a busy week, but it's what you live for.
What a night we have for you. The excitement is pulsating throughout the WWE Universe. There is a big fight feel.
Every single person on their feet.
Cannot wait to see what happens.
NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff, Saturday, August 31st, 3 Eastern, 8 Greenwich Mean Time. Streaming live on WWE Network.
What a night of action it is going to be over there. I am so proud I've been with the NXT UK brand from the very beginning. To be here at TakeOver 25, I can't wait to see the NXT UK brand have 25 of their own takeovers.
Well, TakeOver 25 has been magical, bringing out the biggest names in WWE, Beth.
That's right, taking in all the action is our Chief Brand Officer, Commissioner of Monday Night Raw, Stephanie McMahon. You know, Stephanie had a busy week after leveraging her wishes to get Paul Heyman to say Brock Lesnar is cashing in his Money in the Bank opportunity this Monday. Stephanie never misses a chance to disturb some competition.
And Stephanie's significant other, yes, the man, Mr. NXT Triple H. It's a tradition after every takeover. He will be on Facebook Live immediately following this momentous night. And we continue as this evening culminates with the championship fight.
It was 2 months ago that Gargano beat Cole in a 2 out of 3 falls match to become NXT champion. Tonight, just one fall will determine whether Gargano returns or Cole turns Gargano's dream into a cruel nightmare. It's Cole Gargano 2 for the NXT title.
Now in studio, NXT champion of Cleveland's own Johnny Gargano. Quite a year for you, I would say.
I'm just living a dream every single day, and I'm extraordinarily lucky. Like, I don't know how any of this happened.
Johnny Gargano coming from Cleveland, bringing that NXT Championship home, I can't even describe it because it's magical.
This is what happens when you refuse to take no for an answer.
I like making people believe that anything is possible.
But I stand here proudly, finally, Johnny Champion.
I can't stop thinking about TakeOver New York. It makes me absolutely sick to my stomach.
Last shot by Adam Cole! Adam Cole wins the first fall!
If this was any other NXT Championship match, Adam Cole would be standing before you right now, being interviewed as the NXT Champion. The funniest thing to me now is watching Johnny as the champion.
I beat you in the middle of the ring in New York!
He knows he was never meant to be the NXT Champion.
You did beat me in the first fall, but then I beat you 2 straight.
I pour my heart out in that ring because I love this. I walked in to take over New York as Johnny Gargano. I walked out as Johnny Champion. If Adam Cole wins, I don't know what happens to NXT.
I've taken NXT to new heights with the Undisputed Era. I want the fame, I want the glory, I want the magazine covers. There's not a thing that Johnny Gargano can do that is gonna stop me from getting what's mine.
I'm fighting for the world right now.
Johnny's trying to put the weight of the world on his shoulders, and it's crumbling underneath him.
Adam Cole has told the world that he can beat me on his own. For the first time in your life, Adam Cole, tell me the truth. I dare you.
Undisputed Era's numbers proving to be too much!
This is a message for everybody out there.
Undisputed Era is going nowhere!
As long as my heart's still beating, I will not stop
Until Johnny's championship is over my shoulder.
One-on-one, man-to-man.
Adam Cole
Johnny Wrestling
will be NXT champion!
That's undisputed.
Walking arenas, I'm shutting it down and I'm raising the bar. Y'all look like the kind that get lost in the shuffle just playing the part. I belong in the light, y'all can just stay in the dark. Funny how every time they know who we are, but we say who we are. I'ma take care of the light work, I'ma make them fans go loco. Black and yellow in the logo, I got the game in the chokehold. Music drops, everybody puts their hands up, they go crazy. Y'all know just what they say, Adam Cole, baby. They will not leave any doubt in your mind. It's the moment that they waited to have, to knock you out with a punch or a kick. Little bit of bump combo with a jab. I am Roddy with the flow, I am Bobby when I'm bold. I'm Kyle O'Reilly with the gold. Every title I'ma hold, yeah. Our era, this our time, you better recognize. My lyrics bring the house down with a record live. I keep moving, I can prove it. Let me show you how I do it. Can't refute it, I ain't losing. Flow is undisputed, boom.
And Adam Cole will be.
Y'all know how it goes. Wrestle, flow, 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 yeah. Y'all know how it goes. Wrestle, flow, 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 yeah.
And Adam Cole be looking to hit Johnny Gargano harder than a diss track in this rematch, coming off what many ringside observers call the greatest main event in NXT history. And you think about the illustrious history of this promotion.
And some competition.
Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Champion, and here at TakeOver 25, definitely Johnny TakeOver competing in his record 14th TakeOver, and he has, well, made stealing the show a habit.
He certainly has 14 takeovers. That's quite a statistic, though. Here's another statistic. The very first title defense for Johnny Gargano. And let's remember, his first North American title defense, he lost.
Well, Beth, the concern is there a championship hangover because you saw on Target TakeOver, Adam Cole was touring across the country, keeping his skill set sharp. Meanwhile, Johnny Gargano, 15-year journey, culminating with being feted by his family and friends in Cleveland. But you wonder, getting to the top is one thing, as you know, Beth. Staying there is something completely different.
Absolutely, you know, I can tell you from experience that's absolutely true. But one thing I do know about Johnny Gargano is he is the embodiment of resilience. This guy has gotten to the top for a reason, and he knows how to stay there. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit earlier in the day, and he said his confidence is at all-time high. He's literally living his dream, but that hasn't made him any less hungry. Hunger is what keeps you at the top.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT Championship. Introducing first the challenger, representing the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole. And his opponent, from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Johnny Gargano!
The NXT Championship, the most prestigious prize in the black and gold brand, up for grabs. Johnny Gargano, NXT's Captain Marvel, looking to go higher, further, faster, living proof that not all superheroes wear capes, inspiring his legion of fans. Meanwhile, Adam Cole wants to fulfill his golden prophecy.
Talking of being an inspiration.
Social media buzzing, and you can be a part of the conversation. Hashtag NXT Championship. Their first meeting almost broke the internet. It was a classic 2 out of 3 falls encounter. Adam Cole maintaining he won the first fall, and in a traditional title match, he would have been crowned champion. But Johnny Gargano rebounded with 2 straight falls to become champion.
It's all well and good, though. If history does repeat itself, we will see a new NXT champion here tonight.
The champion's advantage, of course, belongs to Johnny Wrestling. The whole shebang! Shoulder tackle by Gargano. Immediately looking for that Gargano escape. Avoided by Cole. Cole responds with a shoulder tackle.
Oh, Gargano got caught. No.
Roll up. And Cole was looking for that last shot. Remember, last shot was how Cole won that first fall.
Great deal of competitive respect between these two men.
An amazing scramble.
Gargano's challenge to Cole was to face me on your own. Mano a mano, man to man.
That's what Cole has done right now. And of course, Cole's got to be feeling the pressure. 3 of the other 4 members of the Undisputed Era on the losing end of things tonight.
At the first ever TakeOver, Adrian Neville defending the title against Tyson Kidd. Seth Rollins, the first ever NXT champion. Johnny Gargano, the 15th. Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura, the only 2-time NXT champs.
It has been a venerable list, certainly, of NXT champions. raising the prestige of that title all around the world.
Johnny behaving like a fighting champion, opening the ropes, wanting Adam Cole to get in here and do it. Let's do it right now.
It was actually Johnny Gargano who asked for this rematch, going to General Manager William Regal specifically saying he felt as though there was a bullseye on his back anyway, so let's have the match.
And Johnny Gargano's title victory ranking right up there with dramatic wins by the likes of Sami Zayn and Bayley, of course, the ultimate underdogs becoming top dogs.
It's no secret Johnny Gargano wants to be the face of NXT for a very long time.
Tying up both the arms of Adam Cole. Little neck vice, hold on. Cover.
Oh! Crucifix there, rolling crucifix, and now looking for the Gargano escape.
No.
Working on that left arm of Adam Cole, and Cole replies with a ferocious forearm, and there's one from Gargano. Oh, Cole goes low, but look at Gargano, furious striking.
This match has just changed pace, guys.
Oh, man, hard-hitting affair.
Strong strike from Adam Cole. You mentioned that championship hangover, Morrow. Do you see any signs of that, Beth, right here now with Johnny Gargano?
I don't think Gargano's looking any farther than this moment, and Adam Cole, he looks the best he's ever had, and honestly, his confidence is where it needs to be. He just has to keep his eye on the ball.
Oh, Rana by Gargano.
Gargano does not underestimate Adam Cole.
On the apron now, avoiding that sweep by Cole. Oh!
Nice exchange from both superstars. Oh, yes. Gargano landed hard, though, on the tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed off the apron by Gargano, nursing that left arm and hit that shoulder hard.
These men know each other so well. That's why we're seeing so many reversals and counters. They've studied each other. They've been in the ring with each other.
I guarantee you they've watched that tape back of their previous match time and time again.
The magnum opus of main events in NXT's illustrious history at NXT TakeOver New York. Cole lands hard on the apron. Gargano now. Oh! Kicking that arm of Cole. Double stomp on the arm. Could have hyperextended the elbow.
And that could be a huge factor. Taking a look now, look at the angle of the left arm and the elbow joint. Did you see the way, as you mentioned, Mo, almost a hyperextension of the elbow joint?
And of course, this plays into Johnny Gargano's Gargano escape.
Of course, it opens up to another of submission attempts as well. Cross arm breaker, big potential here.
Nice methodical style.
Dueling chants by the NXT Universe. Leg drop across the arm. Both shoulders were down momentarily. This time a 2 count.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any signs of a championship hangover here. Now I see almost a more confident Johnny Gargano.
And a hyper-focused attack on that left arm of Adam Cole. Indian deathlock now. Oh, wow.
Cloverleaf with a hammerlock. Now trying to apply a little bit more pressure.
That not only targeting the arm, but the back.
And look at the stoic demeanor on Johnny Gargano's face. Just dismantling Cole's arm.
Splashing across the left arm of Adam Cole. He's trying to get some feeling into it.
It's been a great strategy from Johnny Gargano to focus on the left arm with that stomp first of all, and now focusing. Oh, that nasty kick to the left knee.
And there have been rumblings that Gargano had a knee injury, maybe Cole targeting that knee, trying to exploit whatever advantages he may perceive.
Well, standing arm bust, flipped out the back by Cole.
Oh, the super kick to the calf, and Gargano crashes down hard, and wow.
Tit for tat.
Quid
pro quo. He found that opening and took advantage.
Yeah, attacking the back of that knee, and again, Adam Cole targeting the attack on the left leg of Gargano. Gargano's been focused on Cole's left arm. These are two championship pedigree performers, two of the best playing their craft.
I think it's the right knee, yeah, the right knee there where the damage was done. Cole focusing in now, laser focused.
I'm left-handed, I'm partial, my friend.
I'll let it go then. But now as Adam Cole carries on with the offense.
Oh my goodness, snapping down.
Oh.
Beautiful DDT to the knee, and Gargano's paying the price.
Wow. Hyperextending the knee now with that.
Kneeling
rip.
knee bar. Trying to apply pressure.
You can see the agony on Johnny's face, struggling to keep his shoulders off the mat.
Gargano's going to need all the confidence as champion he can muster here. And Beth, when you were the champion, did it give you a confidence, a belief in yourself?
It can give you confidence, but it also gives you a little bit of fear, because you know you can't turn your back, you can't take a break, you can't rest. Every day, that target remains.
Only one day, one moment right here for Johnny Gargano.
Forearm. Oh, and Cole again attacking that knee.
Oh, wait a second.
And Cole looking for the, oh, wow, again the drop kick to the knee. Laser focus by Adam Cole.
Cole has hit that Panama Sunrise. Flipping impact. This time electing for the missile drop kick to the damaged right knee.
Johnny Gargano is hurt in a compromised position here. And again, you take away the foundation of any wrestler. And dragon screw leg whip on the injured right knee of Gargano. Remember, traditional title match, Beth. Only one fall to determine the NXT champion in this, their rematch.
And you wonder whether that plays into the psyche of Johnny Gargano as well. Whether he remembers losing the first fall and imagines it happening again.
All it takes is 3 seconds, guys. A quick roll up, and this could be over, and we could have a new NXT champion.
Well, and it may also take just verbal capitulation. If the pain is too much, Gargano may be forced to surrender. You know that Johnny Gargano and his heart would never do that, but Nigel.
Good pass out from the pain. We've seen it happen before. Forearms are landing, but look how doggedly Adam Cole.
Inside trip looking for, small package. Gargano, Cole's shoulders are down for a 2. And again, Cole going back to the knee.
Panama, no.
Powerbomb! Counter sit-out powerbomb by Gargano.
Big misjudgment from Adam Cole. He jumped too far out. As we'll take a look. Look how far Cole jumps out. Perhaps he was trying for another drop kick. Either way, Gargano was there to cut him off at the pass with a powerbomb.
Gargano with an opportunity now.
Cole is stunned. Gargano moving that knee, trying to get blood back in the area.
Exactly, Beth, and he needs time here. He needs this momentary respite. Try to get some feeling back into that knee. Cole's not going to give it to him. Forearm as they exchange shots.
Well, see the way there. Gargano covered up. Didn't cover up with the second one. That landed strong.
Oh, at that time, Gargano avoids the knee attack. Arm wringer fired back first into the turnbuckle. Wipes out Cole. Running lariat by Johnny Gargano. Cole back up on his feet. Oh, overhead belly-to-belly suplex by Gargano.
Adrenaline now coursing through the body. Roll through. Lands the kick.
Huge impact.
Step up enziguri by Johnny Gargano. Cole, though, still on his feet.
Little shake off for the leg.
Oh! Flatliner! Tornado flatliner by Gargano! And it results in a 2.5 count.
Interesting. Did you see there when Gargano tried to pin? He tried to drive with both legs. Watch here. Tornado twisting impact. Wow! Hooks the legs. Only one of those legs can drive because the other one, to all intents and purposes, barely there. Looking for it. No.
Slingshot! Spear by Gargano! And Cole kicks out.
Once again, Nigel, Johnny's going back to that knee. I agree with you. I feel like he can't get the leverage that he needs from pushing with both legs with each pin attempt.
Gargano told us for the longest time he was horrified to hear the word failure, but he's come to realize that everyone fails. It's just a part of life. It's how you rebound that shows the type of person you are. That's what makes you a champion, and that's what makes Johnny Gargano Johnny Champion.
I think you can define it with one word, Mauro, and that's heart. And we're seeing that from Johnny right now.
Yeah, I've said it before. He has more heart than Valentine's Day, and it's always on full display, especially here at TakeOver.
Right, if I was Johnny Gargano, I'd more be concerned with my knee, not my heart at this point. Oh! Prone. Here we go!
And Adam Cole on Johnny Gargano again on the receiving end of a Panama Sunrise at NXT TakeOver New York. Adam Cole looking for the avalanche.
Cole's in a bad spot.
Gargano holding on to that top rope. Escape by Cole. Back kick by Gargano. Oh, right into the backstabber. Back press hooks a leg. Do we have a new champion? No.
A lot of impact. That took a lot of the starch. Take a look here. A beautiful lying in wait. Wham! Backstabber right between the shoulder blades. Gargano kicks out.
Gargano was looking for that diving back elbow drop. Deftly countered by Adam Cole.
Cole living up to the challenge of Johnny Gargano. Taking on Gargano one-on-one, but perhaps...
Oh, knee in midair by Gargano. Cole saying that the Undisputed Era would be dripping in gold in 2019.
Cole caught him.
Cole looking for his opportunity here to secure gold. Gargano lands on that injured knee, blocks that strike. Kick by Gargano. Oh, enziguri by Cole. Rattling Johnny Gargano. Torture rack. Burning hammer into a face. Crusher across the knee. Cole with the cover. Hooks a leg. Wow, Gargano escapes yet again.
Interesting strategy with the pinfall there. Take a look here. Burning hammer, but instead of electing all the way to the mat, at the last second, out comes the knee. Oh, right underneath the jaw.
And Cole thought he had just become NXT champion. The look on his face beginning to show signs of frustration. Has to keep his emotions in check.
Speaking of looks on faces, Gargano looks pretty dazed right now.
Cole on that second turnbuckle. Gargano holding on. Trying to stop that high-risk move.
Gargano's hurt, I can tell you from experience. When you see that look on an opponent's face, you know they're hurt, you know they're worried.
Oh.
They should be.
Leapfrog by Cole, lands on his feet. Gargano coming forward. They both were, wow, looking for lariat. Oh, man. Mirror images and the pump fake. Super kick, but another kick from Gargano. Oh, my. Cole
Is this
again
the
on the
time?
second turnbuckle. Timing on that super kick sends Cole crashing in a heap to the outside. We are in the throes of another barn burner of an NXT Championship match. Gargano struggling to get to his feet. Cole on his feet. And they both went for super kicks. Champion's advantage. Cole has to get Gargano back into the ring if he wants to become champion. If it's a double count, I'll bet Gargano keeps the title.
Absolutely, we see Cole going for it here, and Gargano hasn't scouted these two rivals. It was a fortunate happening for Adam Cole bringing to the outside to get a breather, but then you can see these two men have the same idea on their mind. Double super kick.
The referee is up to 7. Oh, and Cole able to break the count. Gargano on the apron. Slingshot DDT! Slingshot DDT by Johnny Gargano! And Cole kicks out!
How close was that pinfall attempt?
What a brilliant move from Johnny Gargano. Instead of just electing to roll in to break the count, he knew that Cole was going to break the count, so he tried his own offensive maneuver and very nearly retained the title with it. Incredible NXT Universe here.
TakeOver 25, this landmark event. An en fuego crowd for the NXT Championship. Johnny Gargano defending the title against the man he defeated to become new champion at TakeOver New York.
Back to that previously injured elbow.
Oh, looking for the chop block. Gargano avoids a double stop to the back of Cole's neck.
Cole is woozy and staggered. This is Gargano's opportunity. He won't get it though. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Oh! Gargano had a hesitation because of the injured knee.
Oh! Shikaroshi on the outside! Cole!
Cole may have been playing possum.
Adam Cole looking to become the new NXT champion! And another Ushikaroshi! Wow! This has to be it! He's hooked the leg! What the? Gargano had said it time and time again. Someone has to check his DNA. He's no mere mortal. For the amount of punishment Johnny Gargano is able to withstand, it's incredible.
There's a little bit of fight left in the dog, but if you take a look at the NXT champion, he's making it as clear as day. The right knee. This is where Cole has to focus.
Captain Marvel indeed, Beth.
This is a crucial moment for Adam Cole. Can he capitalize on the previous damage done?
And he climbs to the second turnbuckle. Gargano on his feet. Cole blocks a kick, drops the elbow to that injured leg. Shoulder first! Shoulder first! Oh my God!
Nasty landing now follows up.
Oh, and did the Gargano escape? Johnny Gargano's looking for the Gargano escape!
He telegraphed it!
Will Gargano remain king of NXT?
With the arm, the injured arm, locked into the Gargano escape. How is Cole?
Well, look at
this!
Cole
Applying pressure! Applying pressure!
Spinning toe hold, now looking for the figure four leg lock!
Oh, the figure four on the injured right knee. You can see it is the right leg of Johnny Gargano.
Figure four leg lock has won many championships for the legendary Nature Boy Ric Flair. Will it lead to Adam Cole being coronated here tonight?
The torque on the cruciate ligaments now.
Gargano shoulders down, but he pops up.
You said Gargano would never tap out, Morrow. He may pass out if he stays in this hold much longer.
Wow, putting all the pressure on that injured right leg with a figure four. Shoulders down again, and Gargano able somehow still has the wherewithal to follow the cadence of the referee's count.
This is such a painful position to be in. The sharp part of your ankle bone across the knee. Everything about this hurts.
Incredible.
The figure four is one of those holds that has stood the test of time.
Oh my God.
Oh, but this is one way out of it.
But Cole was fortuitous break for Cole to be so close to that bottom rope.
But more damage done to the right knee of Johnny Gargano.
And to the left arm of Adam Cole.
In fact, when you reverse a figure four leg lock, it actually puts more pressure on the front of your knee, the patella.
But there are no victims here, only volunteers, in order to become or to retain the NXT Championship.
Both superstars now.
Oh! And oh!
Cole with the first dive to the leg.
The bad knee, the bad shoulder, but there's a relatively healthy right hand and a healthy left leg, and they're using whatever left drop out.
Vicious!
And pound by Cole!
This just became a scrum.
Oh my God, spiking the injured knee.
The referee checking on Gargano.
Oh wow, exposing the knee now, removing the pad.
Vicious strike into the knee joint. And again. Johnny Gargano is a wounded man. And the NXT Universe trying to win on the champion.
And again, Dory Funk Jr. looking for that spinning toe hold was Adam Cole, gets kicked out of the ring, buying Johnny Gargano some time. Oh, and the spike DDT, the impact DDT by Johnny Gargano.
But again, Cole rose to the outside.
Gargano could take the count out. But that's
Look
not
at the impact. Top of the spine.
I would normally say return your seat backs to their full upright and locked position. Is Johnny Gargano going to fly? Oh my God! Oh my God! Crash and burn, big time! Man, the timing of Adam Cole indeed makes metronomes jealous, catching Gargano in the middle of that tope suicida.
He may have destroyed Gargano's face.
Oh! And there's the sunrise! Panama sunrise! Are we seeing the sunset of the championship reign of Johnny Gargano?
He has to get Gargano in the ring! He has to get Gargano in the ring!
A Panama sunrise on the outside!
This is it! New champion! New champion!
1, 2! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? What the hell is Johnny Gargano made of?
Wham! The impact with a Panama sunrise and the wherewithal of Adam Cole to get his opponent back in the ring.
Johnny, it's over for you. You had your moment. You had your special moment. Now, it's time for mine.
Adam Cole telling Gargano he had a special moment. Now it's time for Adam Cole's last shot. Oh, Gargano avoided it. Gargano's looking for the Gargano escape. What the hell? What the hell?
Oh, what a way! What a way to win the title!
Adam Cole has the Gargano escape on Johnny Gargano. Oh, but Gargano rolls through and escapes. Oh my God! Gargano just hit the last shot. And will this be it? Another epic encounter here at TakeOver 25.
These two men have set out to absolutely destroy each other.
Two gladiators meeting in the center of the ring.
The NXT Universe in full-throated excitement. They may have to fight forever to determine who walks out NXT champion. They say the sequel never lives up to the original. Not tonight. A scintillating, sublime sequel. Scintillating strikes.
Neither superstar willing to quit.
Oh, what a front kick to the face! Oh! On the rebound, another kick, and make it a hat trick. Oh! What a lariat by Gargano!
Bodies are not supposed to bend in that way.
Gargano, super kick by Cole! Cole has Gargano with the super kick! Reverse Rana spikes, but he bounces back to his feet. Last shot, oh my God! Last shot, Adam Cole! Oh, Gargano escapes! The energy in this building is electric!
Take a look here. Reverse Rana. An adrenaline spike is the only explanation. Wham! Driving the last shot to the back of the neck. Somehow out the back door.
And the look on Cole's face says it all. Absolute shock.
disqualification.
Hey, you can't take that from Ray. What are you doing? Come on, you can't take it.
Cole's not thinking clearly here.
What are you doing? You can't take it in the ring. I'm a referee. You think I'm crazy?
Oh, wow! Gargano was looking to take out Cole. He just took out the referee.
This changes things.
Oh, Gargano avoids the chair strike and the super kick, the chair into the face of Cole. Rolls him back in the ring, but there's no referee. Instead of fight forever, they may be able to count forever. The referee is out of connection.
Was that a mistake from Johnny Gargano? Had to know the official was down.
Well, but in the heat of competition, he was looking to take out Cole. Referee was collateral damage.
Wait a second.
What was Adam Cole doing? Is he summoning the rest of the Undisputed Era? Oh, Gargano's going to be ready for them. Of course, this is shades of what went down in TakeOver New York, where the numbers advantage almost cost Johnny Gargano the title back.
Gargano said walking into this, I need to be ready for
Oh, look at
4-on-1.
this.
Oh, wow! Mind games as Cole suckered Gargano in. Is he going to vacuum up the title? Oh, wow! So close!
What a brilliant maneuver from Adam Cole to trick Johnny Gargano to think that the rest of the Undisputed Era were coming out here. And as soon as Gargano realized he'd been tricked, it was too late.
Johnny Gargano barely stirring in a supine position. Cole looking to cover him, or is he? The referee getting back up to his feet finally. This is awesome. This is NXT.
With one arm. Here it comes.
Oh, and Gargano.
Oh.
Wow,
he's out.
He's out is right, Michael. You know what? That may have been beneficial to him falling face first like this, because he was going to be on the receiving end of another last shot.
But at some point, Morrow, the referee could stop this thing if he can't intelligently defend himself. His eyes are open. He's okay for now.
Oh, it's not over, but it might be for Adam Cole. Johnny Gargano has him in the Gargano escape.
Look at that, Gargano using his only good knee to drive.
Is Cole gonna tap?
Brilliant.
Cole trying to crawl, trying to claw his way to the rope. Gargano rolls him back into the center of the ring. Adam Cole in trouble.
Gargano's legs.
Oh, but there's Cole targeting the knee. There is the ring IQ of Adam Cole. There is the high ring IQ of the leader of the Undisputed Era.
Gargano just couldn't plant that knee in the submission attempt. Cole took advantage of it.
Cole's going back to that second turnbuckle. Panama, so no! Gargano drops down, shoulders down. 2 count reversal by Cole.
Oh, his leg gave way completely. Gargano's done. Gargano's done.
Panama Sunrise.
That's it.
The sun is gonna set on the title reign of Johnny Gargano.
It's over.
Last shot. We have a new NXT champion.
Here is your winner and new NXT champion, Adam Cole.
The golden prophecy has been realized. The coronation of Adam Cole is complete.
And Adam Cole, the leader of the Undisputed Era, did it all on his own.
And here at TakeOver 25, Adam Cole is dripping in gold. What another instant classic. It's a broken record, Beth. But the bar, as Nigel said at the beginning of the night, continues to be raised higher and higher. And Adam Cole has reached the highest heights of his already superlative career.
What a showing for Johnny Gargano. Showed so much heart and passion, but it wasn't enough to maintain the NXT Championship.
This was a pivotal moment in the match here. The official arguing with Cole. Oh! Did not see Gargano coming with that tope. Did his best to try to get the victory. But look here. Adam Cole acted like he was beckoning in the Undisputed Era. Look at the reaction of Gargano. That gave Cole the opportunity. He took it, and finally, wham! Panama Sunrise followed it up. Oh, last shot to the back of the neck, and with the hook of 2 legs. Yes, it is the special moment for Adam Cole.
And in the truncated title reign of Adam Cole, or make that Johnny Gargano, the last shot was the final shot as the rest of the members of the Undisputed Era stormed the ring to fetch their new champion.
Talk about coming from behind.
Adam Cole joins Johnny Gargano as the only Triple Crown champion in NXT history. The inaugural North American champion. The same night, spelling the injured Bobby Fish won, retained the tag team titles with Kyle O'Reilly, and then tonight at TakeOver 25, Adam Cole is king. The Undisputed Era shocks the system again. Adam Cole is the NXT champion. Bang, bang.